Good morning, everybody. This is Vince with Listings to Leads. We're just about to get started here, and I'm trying to show my screen. So if we can give me 1 second. Yeah, there we go. And I see a bunch of new names. So let me ask if you can put it in the chat panel. How long have you been a client, or are you just learning? Are you just here to learn about what Listings to Leads does? And let me know if you can give me a thumbs up on the GoToMeeting panel there. Can you see my screen? Okay, well, interesting. We have a chat and a question. Okay. Let me go look over here real quick. Yes, thanks, Lynn. Okay. So you can see my screen. Let me look. I want to I want to see what we have here in this navigation bar. Sometimes we have what do you call it? Some handouts, some flyers that I think are really useful. But I don't see this even opening. All right, let's just get the show on the road. Good morning, everybody. Vince Meza, Listings to Leads. How does this work for lenders? I don't know what you know about us, but Listings to Leads has been here for about 16 years now. And we are designed to help agents advertise, help them build their brand, help them find buyer leads, and help them get more listings. We do this in a lot of ways. We do it through social media. We do it with free social media. We do it with paid ads on social media. We do it with Google ads. We do it with print tools. We do it with email as well. So everything that we're doing here is really focused on capturing leads. And most agents, they come from companies they could be big national brands. They could be small boutique brokerages. And in either case, what they typically get is maybe a desk and some branding, right? All the branding's got to look like the company. That's going to be locked in for sure. However, when it comes to lead gen, even the biggest and most prestigious brokerages don't have lead gen sorted out at all, if that any. So that's where we come in. And that's where you come in as either a lender or a title agent, title officer. The whole point for our clients who are in the lender and title profession is to bring value to your conversations. I'm sure if you're a loan officer, you're calling the agents that you want to do business with and talk about today's rates and how awesome and fast you are. And that's cool, but I'm pretty sure there's at least 20 other lenders doing that. So those calls aren't as effective as they might have been. Now there's refi, there's a good chance reason to reach out. But with Listings to Leads, it really gives you a totally different story. And that is one where you can be a partner to help them grow their business. And again, that's building their brand. That's finding buyers and sellers where they have listings. A lot of people have listings and they're not selling as quickly as they used to. And it gets a little bit stressful, right? And you can say, hey, we can run an ad and get leads and name, a phone number in 2 clicks, right? If they need more listings, we have a whole stack of tools that help them get more listings. And speaking of that, I want to see if I can open this thing that I was trying to open earlier. Let's see if it's here. Okay, there it is. Hidden behind there. Give me 1 second. I want to see. Yeah. If you're on this call and you're looking at it from a desktop, you will notice that you have a GoToMeeting chat panel. And there's a couple of buttons on them. One of them has a paperclip. And when you open that up, there are 2 flyers. I definitely recommend that you download these. These could be very effective when talking to an agent. They're definitely effective for you to understand what they have. And one is about Facebook and Google. And it tells you, here's how you get buyer leads. Here's how you get seller leads. And here is top tools for more listings. And in the past, a lot of people feel like they don't really want buyers. They just want to focus on listings. Since NAR threw all the buyer's agents under the bus, for you to be able to speak to agents to say, hey, I actually have a solution that can help you get more listings. You can look at this, you can present that, you can give this to them, right? Now, there are actually tools inside the account that are branded to you that you can do that with, but that's the point. So if you do click on the little button there in the GoToMeeting thing, you can download those, you can print those, and you want to know what those are. And I had a conversation it was either last week or the week before with a new lender client. And they're saying, hey, we have this strategy and we want to use you to get there. We want to work with agents who are buyer's agents and then help them advertise and get more leads, buyer leads that we will reach out and convert. And from there, we'll get loans. And that makes sense. That's the message, right? And I said, that's interesting. But I said, you're talking to agents who don't have listings, right? And so if they don't have listings, how are they going to attract buyers? And that's a really important factor. There are a lot of tools that you can say, hey, sign up for first time home buyer, find out more, or sign up about getting a free list of homes in Cincinnati. But that does not work as well as running an ad on Facebook for a listing, right? So I had to say to them, you really need to talk to listing agents. If your goal is to get loans, people who need to buy homes more often than not need a loan. So for those kinds of lenders who are trying to do that, and for any agent who needs a buyer lead, here we can log in. We're always going to log you in on the dashboard. And you can say, hey, I want to create a listing ad on a property that's for sale. Okay. Now I've got an open house here, so let's do that. And I want to stress, this is really a unique part of our platform. And that is that we use lead ads. We give you three options. One is lead ads, which means I'll show you what it means in a moment. The other is traffic, which we would drive people that click on it over to a page that we created. And then there's video ads. And I actually don't even recommend messing around with video. I think that our clients want leads with name, email, and phone number. And that's why I'm leaving it on lead ads. And that's why you should leave it on lead ads, right? So this is an open house and you can change this. There's a Facebook class that I do that tells you, hey, click in here. You can upload a video. You can make that a carousel ad. So you can get pretty slick, right, with our system very easily. You don't have to be like a tech guru, right? Now you got a carousel ad. You can even say this, if you're working with agents who have had properties that are sitting on the market for a while, or if they're in the southern states, I know that inventory is building up in places like Florida and Texas. You can say, hey, what about us running an ad in the northern states where people want to get out of these cold winters, right? Or in New York where the traffic is just crazy, right? You can do that very easily with our system. And boom, you create ad. Now I'm going to click on this advanced options button just for you to learn. You don't actually have to do this. And this form, it says create a form. You don't have to do this. We do this for you automatically. You see this over here? This is what happens when somebody sees an ad and they click on it. This little window pops up and it says, what's your time frame to buy or to sell? And then it says, would you like that information? Would you like the information on the open house, or would you like your home value, or whatever it is that they clicked on? But you see that form there with full name, email, and phone number? That form is already filled out from their profile. Whoever clicked on the ad, their information is right there. So this is what the ad looks like over here. And they click on it and that form pops up and they don't have to type stuff in. Okay. And that's critical. That is probably one of the most important reasons why you need to be using our Facebook ad software, because you can actually run ads in Facebook and there's all kinds of buttons and I don't even know what they do anymore because they're always changing. And what that allows is for agents to waste their time and money. We're listings to leads. Our goal is to get leads that are actionable, that you can reach out to and convert into business, not just run ads. So that's why I am letting you know, like when you have the option to create a lead ad, you take that off. Okay. So that's like the simplest thing of how this whole thing works. Now, that's the first thing, for lenders. Now, I do want to say that when you come to the dashboard, like I said, there's a flyer, hopefully you've downloaded it. There's all these things here that you can do, right? And I'm not going to read them off because that's why it's in print. You can read them all, right? But I will point to you to this page, which is the dashboard for getting seller leads. And so right here, anything that's going to get you a seller lead is teed up. If I click on creating a Facebook ad, it's going to show me all my later stage properties. Because if I run an ad on a home that is pending or sold, it's going to get seller leads. And I want lead ad, because I like name, email, phone number. So if I click create an ad, just like we did over there when it's for sale, this is saying, hey, that home is sold. It affects your home value. Click here for your free home value. This is the fastest and cheapest way to get seller leads. $50 ad, 7 days. These leads cost about $7 each. So if you divide 7 into 50, you would expect about 7 leads with name, email, and phone number. Now, I don't know where you're all sitting, and that can be up and down, but the average is $7. You can also run ads on PDF guides, and every agent has 80 PDF guides. Since we're on the seller tab, these are only the ones that generate listing leads. And so let's click the 12 mistakes away. You create an ad, lead ads. Yep, we want lead ads. And boom, everything is all created. You can download that for free as long as you give us your contact information, but you do have to type in the city where you want this to show, right? And boom, create ad. It's that easy. What's going to happen here, right? I don't know why that's even on. Normally you wouldn't see that. It's pretty much $50 ad, 7 days or 7-day ad. There's a radius of 15 miles. You can expand it if you want. And that's going to go out to people. So this is again showing you like, hey, I can actually help agents get more listings. And that's the whole point, right? It's like you're bringing value to your conversation, right? And you can say, hey, there's PDF guides. You can even create a landing page for your favorite farm market and go out and run ads on that as well. I have one here for Glendale. And so I'm going to do lead ads. And I created the landing page. Every agent can create landing pages for their key markets. And this is a big mall in Glendale. So everybody that lives in Glendale would know that. But I do want to point out that, let's get this first. That while you can create a landing page and while you can target Glendale, and it's $50 for 7 days, these are expensive leads. These leads cost $15 each. And if you divide 15 into 50, you would expect 3 leads. And remember how I showed you could do a sold ad and you'd get 7 leads. So your money goes further when you're running sold ads or pending ads. But there's another big issue with this, and we won't waste too much time. On this page here, I do a class called Facebook and Google Ads. And I also do a class called Top Tools for More Listings. It's right here. And I get into why this kind of ad can be a bit of a waste of money. And this place here in Glendale, there's a good reason why. You see how it's Glendale and 15 miles? I don't know if you know where Glendale is, but let's just go look. It's a city in California, in Southern California, kind of the LA basin somewhere down there. And wherever your agents are working, this is really important because if they're in a high dense area where there are lots of towns nearby, that ad can just be not very effective at all. This right here in the center of my map is Glendale. And yeah, that's about, I could back out a little bit, but that might be a little too far, but Glendale is right in there somewhere. Yeah. Right around here next to Pasadena. And the problem that I'm trying to show you is if you target Glendale in 15 miles, you're probably going to have 2, maybe 3 million people see this ad that don't live in Glendale. And that makes that ad many times ineffective. If you want to learn how to get around that and make that ad very effective, you need to watch my class called Facebook and Google Ads, because I get into detail about how to create a custom audience and target those people. But that's a little bit in the weeds. There are other ways of getting listing leads. They're here. You don't always have to go through that. But let's go back to the dashboard and keep going. It's not just Facebook ads that get you seller leads or buyer leads. There's all kinds of tools, right? I do want to point out one of the most important tools that we have for getting listing leads. And a lot of our clients use it when they have a listing that is just listed and a listing that is just sold. So the same property, they'll use the letter twice. It's called a nearby homeowner letter. And this is a print tool. Okay. And print, these leads are actually higher quality than Facebook leads, right? And however, a Facebook ad will get you a lot of leads. This will get you just a few. So you have to make your decisions there, right? And it says, hey, this home is sold. Go check it out. And that's going to affect your home value. Click here, or not click here, take this piece of paper to your own computer and go to this website and get your own home value, right? Now that's pretty awesome. We've seen clients door knock these for open houses and get their own listings, but also Express Copy up here will mail it to people in a 1 or 2 or 3 mile radius, to people who only have more than 6 years equity and they own a home. That's a very smart thing to do with that letter. And for any agent, and for many of our long-term clients, they've been using this consistently for many years. And that's something that every agent should be doing, because most agents don't even think about just sold marketing. They might want more listings. They may have heard about it, but it's difficult, right? They don't know what to do. And also, often it's a waste of money, because most just sold advertising, it kind of looks like this: sold, but there's no scanning of a QR code and there's no web address on that. And that's for most companies. If anybody in the top kind of real estate franchises, it's just going to say sold. This is sold, and that's it. Look at my pretty picture. And then it's going to have a great headshot and your phone number. On the back of ours, it says that affects your home value. Click here to get your home value. So whether either you're on the front or the back of our postcard, there are call to actions. And that's really the key. Get people off of the print tool to a web page, either on their phone or on their computer, to get them an answer and to give you their contact information in exchange for that answer. It could be what your open house is about. It could be, what is your home worth? And that's what it's designed to do. Now, I mentioned at the beginning of the call that we also have email. And so we have our own drip campaigns that you can turn on, but this can be copied right here and blasted out on an agent's CRM. So some agents I just spoke to somebody who had 9,000 leads in her CRM, right? And they're like, you need to blast out a flyer twice a week. That's a lot of people. And if they click on that link or that photo, they're going to become a buyer lead. If they click on that link or that link, they're going to become a listing lead. And if they click on get my free home value, they're going to create a listing lead. And this landing page here you can turn into a buyer or a seller lead. So our flyers have multiple call to actions, and our clients who take advantage of them actually get leads. They got a bunch of leads sitting in their CRM. They're not calling the agents. That's the problem. Putting call to actions with information available to people is that's what we do. That's what you want to be doing, right? Now, we do create single property websites and virtual tours. We have an awesome open house marketing system that's generating a lot of leads. And I want to point out, I didn't mention it earlier. Usually I do. We have this YouTube channel. I do a lot of classes. Scott does a lot of classes. And I think he just did something, just how to improve Facebook ad performance for open house. So if you're helping people do an open house, that's not even a 4-minute long video. Have a look at that, because getting better performance on your ads means you're getting more leads, or you're getting more leads for less money per lead. So check that out. We also have sign writers. If you sign up as a loan officer or as a title professional, you actually can give free seats to agents, right? And we include with your account something we call text IBR, and we'll give it a second for this page to pull up. But text IBR means text this number to that number to get instant information on this home, right? So these are all different designs for sign writers. So if you're in a market where agents use sign writers, you can say, hey, you know what? Do you want to put this QR code up there on your sign writer, or do you want to put that text, or both? And each QR code is unique to the home. So if somebody's scanning, they're going to get information. And that code is unique to the home. So this all comes with the system. It doesn't come with the system when you're an agent, but if an agent is working with you, then it just comes with it. So that's a listing marketing kind of thing. There's other things. There's QR codes, there's blog posts, stuff like that. But there are also just straight up landing pages, right? And landing pages are very effective, right? And every landing page has multiple ways of capturing leads. So let's click on marketing tools for investors, pennies on the dollar. This is a landing page that's been working pretty well because inventory is hard to get in some markets, and investors are calling homeowners to say, hey, can I buy your house? And if they do that, they might be offering, you have to put in an attempt, like lowballing them basically. And this is a way for an agent to say, hey, are people lowballing you? Let me give you a real home value. And agents are getting listings just from this. It's another way of getting listings. You don't have to do heavy work. Type in a location, put in a radius, and that's going to help. So landing pages you get unlimited landing pages with your account. And we give you a bunch right here: free home value, down payment assistance, new construction, iBuyers, investors, penny on the dollar. And agents can create unlimited landing pages beyond that. They might have multiple areas where they want to build their listing business, their farm markets. And they can do that with our system. If they just go right up here, you'll notice that we have instant home value, iBuyer, FSBO, expired landing pages, custom landing pages, empty nester landing pages. All you got to do is choose the one you want and type in the name of the town, and boom, we create it. So that's really something when you're talking to your real estate partners. In the past couple of years, the industry has gotten a little bit shakier, right? It's changed. The whole thing of buyer's compensation is questionable. Also, interest rates are high, and that's slowed down home buying in many markets, right? What realtors are starting to realize is, one, I need more listings. And two, I have to get very serious about farming my areas, like really building a business, really marketing. And if you haven't figured it out yet, that's exactly what Listings to Leads is designed to do. And getting back to our YouTube channel, Scott does a class, I want to say every week. Yeah. And it's usually something about how to work your database or how to farm. Yeah, right here, right? GeoFarm Mastery. Like this concept here, look at in our YouTube channel, you're going to see Scott give you multiple ways of working either your CRM or just to straight out go do your farm right there. And if you look at this page, which I keep going back to, Top Tools for More Listings, and you watch my class, Top Tools for More Listings, it is specifically trying to describe how you build a farm, right? And how you work a farm. And just as we look at this, I'll just give you the short and sweet. Run an ad on Facebook every week to your farm, or even a 50-mile radius around it, because thousands of people will see every ad that you run. Use one of our email flyers of any tool you want and mail it to those people that are in your farm. And then mail a print tool like our Nearby Homeowner letter or a Just Sold postcard or a Just Listed Nearby Homeowner letter once or twice a month to your market. Okay. So you're going to email these people, you're going to mail to them, not all of them, and you're going to run ads in front of them. You can do that all through this system. And if you're doing that consistently, your business will grow. Every tool that I just described captures leads, buyer leads or seller leads. That's really your choice. Now, there are other cool things. We've got a really awesome client review page, and even that page, which we can sweep your reviews from Zillow or Google, even that captures leads, right? But I do want to show you a couple things and then let open it up for questions. One is on the listings page, and this is that we have a really awesome listing presentation. And everybody who sees it gets very excited about it. And everybody who uses it says pretty much you cannot beat this listing presentation. So if you don't have any listings in your account, you can click on listing presentation here and you'll notice that you can download it. So maybe you're going on an appointment, you can leave this with somebody. And there's also a flipbook presentation, which means it's like an electronic online book that you can just flip through, right? And so this is just generic. It comes with every account, but you can also create a listing up here manually as a listing presentation. And I have one right here already baked. And what that means is that if you're going to go on a listing presentation, you're going to go meet somebody, go take a photograph of their home and then add the listing, put the photograph in there, and then download this presentation and print it up and leave it. But what I'm going to do is, excuse me, it's telling me, I'm going to show you the flip book version of this. I don't know why it's having to regenerate it. I just went through this. It does take a minute when you're doing that. This presentation, excuse me. I guess we have to wait. Yeah. It's basically 26 pages long and it describes what we are doing here at Listings to Leads, but it doesn't mention listings to leads. It mentions the agent and it mentions let's see if I can get to this another way. It might take us too long. It mentions the agent and it mentions everything that we're doing. It's got their logo and stuff like that. So we'll let that one bake over there. And so I can go somewhere else. And that's really, you'll see it. It's pretty remarkable. And even again, if people are from some of the largest brokerages, they don't have anything like this. And frankly, they don't because they don't have this technology. And so being able to speak to how I advertise, how I leverage social media, and what kind of technology I have is really important because that's what's going to make people confident to list with you, right? As an agent. Let's see over here. It's still doing its thing. I want to point out that every lender and every title officer can have either 5 agents or 50 agents, and the agents don't pay. But we do give you some tools here, all kinds of stuff. Sorry, I have an ad blocker and it's giving me some grief. But with this invite agents, this is really when people pause this. Okay. So I don't know. It's giving me an error. This is what a free automated post looks like. So you can send this out on your social media and people can realize, oh, I can get a free account with you. And it gives you a few bullet points of what's going on. We also give you an e-flyer. So if you have a bunch of people in your email or in a database, you can email them, sign up for a free account. Print flyers. If you're walking into an office, right, and you want to say, hey, I've got something that can really help your business. You've got this, it's branded to you. And click on Facebook again and see if I'm going to get that error. There's also a presentation. And on the presentation, you might be doing a lunch and learn and you want to say, hey, I've got this great technology. I can get you a free seat. Here is how they are helping you grow your business. And we give you a bunch of visual ideas of what it looks like and even some testimonials. But why I'm telling you that is right here, you can have an agent. And I've had this exact conversation with lenders before, and I want you to understand a little bit about this, which is, I remember having a conversation with lenders that, hey, I've been a client for 2 weeks and I added 5 agents to this and only 2 have logged in. What should I do? What do you think? And I said, that's pretty good. I said, out of the 2 who logged in, one's going to forget how to log in about a week or 2. They're just going to forget. I said, really, when you add an agent here, we're going to send them an email and we're going to say, hey, the loan officer invited you to a free account, log in and set it up. But boy, I don't know. How many emails do you think an agent gets every day of the week? I'm going to say 100, right? It's probably more than that. If they're getting 100 and there's just a random email coming from us, do they even know what it is and do they care? Not unless you talk to them. that you talk to and say, hey, I'm going to sign you up for this thing. It's awesome. It does this, that, and the other. And please, when you get that, log in and set it all up. Now, when you log in and you set it all up, let's see if I can actually make this work here. I don't think so. I have a different, yeah, okay. It's not for this account. So there's a wizard. There's a wizard that, says, hey, agent, put your headshot in, put your phone number in, put your logo, put your colors, connect to your social media accounts, all of them, connect to your Facebook ad account so you can run an ad and turn on all kinds of automated custom content for your social media account. And then put in your email so we can sweep your listings and connect your CRM. That wizard completely sets up an agent in 5 or 10 minutes. If they know how to navigate and click a button and say yes, right? It's pretty easy, and it makes this thing just start working and making things happen. You want to make sure an agent does that. And that's my most important thing, because if you just let them get an email, they may never open that thing. Also, if they are if you know they've gone through it, you can ask them a simple question, which is, what is the number one town where you want more listings? And I definitely, after you get the setup, right, they've gone through it, there are 2 questions that you should ask. Do you need more buyers right now? Do you have listings right now that you need more buyers? And do you need more listings? And so ideally you're with them right as they're getting involved. And if they say, yeah, I have listings and I need to get some leads, right? Then you can say, okay, no problem. Let's go over to the listings page, and your listings that are here, let's run an ad. And so to connect to social media, and if you know how this all, works and you're brand new as an agent, you can be set up in 15 minutes and your listings could be right here. And you could say, okay, now that you're all set and all the automation's turned on, agent, let's go over here. And now your Facebook business page is connected. So it's going to say Agent the Rockstar Realtor, and click create ad. It's that easy to create an ad. Now you can get fancier. I showed you at the beginning of the call, you can do more, but you could have all this done. You can have an ad run in less than 30 minutes from start to finish, like logging in the first time to connecting everything, turning on the wizard and running an ad. It could happen in less than 30 minutes. We certainly have agents doing that. So that's going to get you buyers. And then the thing, and I wouldn't actually go all the way through it, I'd say, where do you need listings, agent? What's your number one farm market, right? Where you want more listings. And they might say Cincinnati. They might say Miami. You say, let's go to this landing page, just create a Property Valuation Plus and type in the name of the city where we want it and click create landing page. And that's going to create a generic landing page. It's going to kind of look like this with a coffee cup and say, okay, we've got that there. Why don't you get a cool photograph of Houston where everybody's going to know that, or whatever town you just created, and we'll pop that in there. We'll start marketing that later, but at least we've got an ad out, and that's going to help you get some buyer leads, and we'll get a photo, and then we can do that. And then once you've got these things created, now you have multiple ways of advertising, right? With Facebook, with Google, you can share it for free on social media. You got print tools, you got door hangers. The platform is designed to help agents get more listings and get more buyers. And that's really the gist of what the whole point of you signing up as a lender or as a title professional is, to bring value to your conversations, right? And to have a reason to speak to them, right? Other than today's rates, right? I think that's the whole purpose. That's why our lenders.
The description of a social media marketing or tool designed for real estate professionals.
Hold on. My stupid. Just listens all day long. So that's the gist of it. I do want to point out a couple of things. On the marketing calendar, everybody, including you, if you're a client, should come here, because there's daily activities that you can do that are going to get you buyers and sellers. But you can also connect to our YouTube channel, which is probably one of the most important resources we have to have agents learn about us. They can join the Facebook Mastermind group, and the Facebook Mastermind group is great. It's where our clients are asking questions and sharing what's working. Our Instagram and our live webinars are right here. So this is on the marketing calendar. It's called Resources, and I definitely recommend it. Now, I didn't show you the Mastermind group But if you're a client, you should definitely be in here. And oh my God, what do we got here? Wow, that's some weird scam stuff. Let's get over to listings to leads. So this is a private group. It's on Facebook. And this is where Scott and I share what's going on. And right here's the GeoFarm class that I was mentioning, right? So he'll be doing that, I guess tomorrow, maybe. But also all kinds of ideas are shared here, right? Expired marketing, any new technology that we're pushing is right here. And also our clients are talking about what's going on, what they're doing and how they're using our platform to get more business. So you can learn a lot here. And I recommend everybody scans this page every week, like just for 5 or 10 minutes. You're going to learn something. You're going to hear something. This guy here actually has a really great video, which I should talk about. I didn't mention it, but I've talked about a lot of ways of capturing leads, print tools and email and landing pages and PDF guides and Facebook and Google. And I did mention it, but I want to repeat it, that the Facebook ad software gets the most leads with phone number. It's also very fast and the leads are pretty inexpensive. So we definitely want clients to focus there. But one thing that realtors have a struggle with is how to convert leads. Pretty much, I think that a realtor calls a lead. Maybe I'll just be generous and say on average one time. One time, that's all they'll do. And that's not really the best way. And you're always going to hear, oh, I don't know what this is. And that's because people don't want to talk to people they don't know. I'm sure that's true for you. But unfortunately, there's so many scams in this world today on your phone. You can scam texts, scam emails. You could be on Facebook and get scammed, right? Somebody's hacked into Facebook over there and some weird stuff over there. So if you get a lead with a phone number because it came through a Facebook lead, you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to call them. And they're going to go, I don't know who you are. I don't know what this is. No, thank you. No. What you should know is that if you text that lead with simple questions like, hey, I see you're looking in this town. Is that your town or any others? I work in the area. Wait for the answer. Is that a 3-2? Is that what you're looking for? Do you need more bedrooms? Simple back and forth questions. If you can do that with your leads without writing a big paragraph in a page that you're going to blast them because nobody's going to read that on their phone. If you can ask simple questions back and forth until they're ready to talk, that's how you convert leads. Now, there's not a lot. There's a few CRMs out there that have that already integrated into their CRM. So their lead comes in and the texting automatically does it. As of October of last year, we have that. It's an add-on. Right now, it's about $1 a lead. So if you're getting 50 leads a month, it'll work up to 50 leads a month. If you're doing 100 leads a month, meaning you're generating 100 new leads every month, it will work those as well. For you as a lender or title professional, you could say, hey, I wanted to work my leads that I'm running ads on my own, or I wanted to work on the agent's leads, or both. The reason I'm telling you this is that this software, it's AI, it's true AI. It's really smart. We worked on it. We've taught it the Q&A. It's converting 10% of our leads to phone calls. Okay. And if you're running ads every week and you are not converting any leads, you should probably look at this. And if you are capturing leads, please text them. Don't call them. You're not going to have a great experience. If you want us to do it, you can just go right up here and subscribe and try it out. And like I said, 10% of our phone calls, 10% of our leads are being converted to phone calls, and you're getting the actual conversation. You can see what the AI was asking. You can see what the answers were so that you know why you're going to be scheduling that call. Really powerful. And actually, I think, let's see, this is actually a new one. He actually has a different video. Maybe this, yeah, I think he has a different video in the mastermind group that, oh, it's actually on, let's see if I can go over to my page. He actually is saying, hey, we're running ads. This guy is actually he's a loan officer. So he's running ads with agents and they're able to convert those leads. I'm going to see if I can find it here. He said, yeah, the software is converting leads and we're actually running ads. He's getting leads, I think at $2.50. And I don't see it here. It's all my sailing stuff. Yeah, right here. If you want to see this, shoot me an email. He's getting leads at, on average, $2.50. I can see there it's like $1.75 or $1.70. So he's getting low cost leads and using our AI to convert the leads, and it's converting leads. Not all of them, but that is really, it's awesome to say, hey, I can help you advertise and build your brand and get leads. It's a lot better when you can say, we can turn those leads into business. As long as you start with texting, you're going to be able to do that. But if you want us to do it, you now know that we have AI text follow-up. So are there any questions? I don't see any questions, but I'm happy to answer any for you right now. And don't forget, we've got a great YouTube channel. I like our Instagram. I'm going to take us over to YouTube real fast. I recommend everybody spend some time there. And if you're with us, yes, Lynn, what's your question? A lot of agents have doubled and tripled and just grown their business tremendously. It doesn't happen in a month or two. It happens in a year or 2 or 3. But those people are growing their business because they know what to do with our system. They know what tools they want to use and they use them consistently. And they learn that from these live classes. And how do I change that? Oh, I tried the AI text follow-up, but it was sending out hourly text. Lynn, I don't know the answer to that one. Check up, ask support. It's sending out hourly text. It should send text. I don't know if it's scheduled to do it every hour, but I would ask support on that one. I don't have that. I do want to point out for anybody on Instagram or on YouTube, Scott's been doing since last year 1-minute short videos. So if you don't want to listen to a 1-hour call like today, you can get a lot of value, like how to step in 1 minute. I definitely recommend following us on Instagram or here on this shorts page in YouTube to help you get that, right? To help, and this is something you might want to send this page to your real estate partners. Say, hey guys, just have a quick look at these. And just in a minute, they're going to realize, oh, this is how you're getting buyer leads from an open house. So definitely these resources are here to help you. You can always get them on the resource page inside your marketing calendar. And yeah, Lynn, sorry, I don't have an answer to that question, but I think support can help you out there. And everybody, thanks for joining me today. This call is being recorded. It will be on the mastermind group. And I'm sorry, not on the mastermind group, but on our YouTube channel, probably today or tomorrow. So I don't see any more questions. So thanks again for being here. And let me know if you are a loan officer or a title professional and you have questions, you can definitely find me. I think if you go down to schedule a demo on the mortgage and title page, you will see my contact information. Reach out. And also for our lender and title partners, the setup that I described, often that you may not know that, right? You may not feel comfortable walking through. You can just say, hey, Vince, can you join me and get on a call with me and my new agent to show them what I'm showing you right now, how to turn everything on and how to get the first few tools out there. And I'm happy to do that for all of our lender and title clients. And after a while, you don't need me there and you don't really want me there because you are the point person, but I'm happy to help just to get you off the ground there. All right, everybody. Thanks so much. There's my contact info. Have a great day. Oh, can my husband join my account as no. I think, Lynn, you have an agent account, correct? So if that's correct, you would want your husband to sign up as a lender. Yeah. Yeah. Because I think you have an agent account. So an agent account is strictly like one agent, right? A lender can sign up and have 5 agents underneath them. And that you can do. Once your husband signs up, you can say, hey, let's move mine under there. And then he will have 4 more seats if he signs up for the basic package. I hope that makes sense. Okay, everybody. Thank you so much again. Have a great day.